to meet. I think we've got lots to talk about, so I thank you. Yes, I've come with with some of my team, with my Deputy Ambassador, and with Ms. Florence and Zainab, who work with me. I think that for Israel, first it's an honor for me to be able to have this time and to have this opportunity to speak with you. And I think that there are a number of areas where we would like to work together. With the FCT. You know, the FCT is a capital of Nigeria. I've been in your country now for a year and a half, so a little bit, but not long enough. And I'm really enjoying the country and really loving the country and really loving what we're seeing. And I think that there are, if I can, a couple of areas that I think that would be good for us to be working together on. Obviously, to promote the FCT as the capital of the great nation and of the great people. And I know that having spoken to my colleagues in Israel, we would like you to visit Israel. I don't know if have you ever been to Israel before?
I've never been to Israel.
We have to resolve that. We have to solve that, to visit Jerusalem, the capital, and to visit Tel Aviv. I know that the mayors who have the same state there would very much like to have you come visit and would like to see you. But also, I think there are some very specific areas. I think that one of the areas that we've had conversations in the past is on technology, creating technology jobs. You know, when people think about technology in Nigeria, they think about Lagos, and we need to think about Abuja and the FCT as an area. And I would really like to discuss with your team at some point using Israeli expertise to come and work with you to think about how we can set up centers where people can learn digital economy, where they can learn, you know, Israel's the startup nation, the place that has the highest startups in the world per capita, and to work with you to think about how we can work on that in an area. Also, I'd like to talk to you about agriculture. I think that, you know, agriculture in Nigeria can provide jobs, but in the FCT specifically, you've got the most fabulous climate. We would kill for this climate with the weather to be able to do things in those areas. I think there's another area, a very specific niche area, but I don't know if this is necessarily the forum to have those conversations. So that's really a little bit of why I wanted to come. There are some more specific issues which we should think about how to have those conversations and to move forward. But as I said, I thank you for the time. I want to invite you to come visit Israel. I think that would be amazing. And I think that on agriculture, on the digital economy, on security, on alternative energy, and on a number of things, there are huge opportunities for us to work together.
Well, thank you very much. Let me, FCT, welcome you and your team to my office. In fact, I was afraid whether this courtesy call will work based on the threats by the Nigerian Labour Congress. But I thank God that Mr. President have been able to wade in, and then the NLC has also suspended the strike. I'm happy we're meeting. In fact, before you came, I was doing my official work. I saw a lot of invitation by the Nigerian, Israeli Nigeria business to come to Israel. At something 13th to 15th of December. Something.
So there's two conferences, one in November one in October about agriculture, the Agritech conference, and there's one in December on alternate energy, alternative energy and opportunities, the Elat Elot conference.
Probably that's the one I have seen. Maybe the one of October, I may not have seen that. They've got a lot to collaborate with Israel in terms of agriculture, in terms of IT. We are, first of all, this is the Secretary of the Economic Planning and Revenue, that's the permanent Secretary of the FCT, and these are my leaders from my state who are always here with me, saying that I don't derail too. You know. So, we're supposed to have an technology village. I guess we're to have a technology village. So I think that may be a starting point if we can have opportunity to go and visit one of these days, and then so that when we are coming to Israel, we come well informed, and then also you would have also informed them that this is what we intend to do. Like I said, the climate here is very, very commendable. So it's good for us to partner in order to have a large farm that will employ a lot of our youths, make them to participate, you know. So I think that would be a major area of concern. And if you can open up that channel, it will help us enough. And I thank you that we are ready in terms of security to make sure that our visitors have a conducive environment to carry out their businesses. Yes, we may have had one or two setbacks in terms of security threats, but like you know, is security is everyday, and so we are working very hard to see that we nip at the bud anything that would, give us any negative publicity. Well, all over the world, nobody can say you can have 100% security. Not, it's not possible.
Absolutely.
But we'll try as much as we can. If anywhere we can collaborate and work together to help us reduce some level of insecurity in the city. But be assured that we're willing to work. And I don't also to let you know, our publication of embassies, government agencies, individuals, and corporate bodies who may have violated the certificate of occupancy in terms of paying their ground rent. People make mistake when we say pay a ground rent. Ground rent is what gives you that CFO. Yeah, if you check in there, you said, and how much is it? But so many people don't pay. And when it accumulates, it becomes big. I think it's something like 200 something thousand naira a year. But when somebody have not paid up to 10, 15 years, you now look at, we'll get 3.something million and this and that. So we will think that you don't need to be embarrassed, but let's work together. You see, every mission obeys the laws of where they are.
Absolutely.
I remember when I went to New York sometimes, the Nigerian embassy was shut down because they were not able to pay for the rent for the property. Even in Spain, in Madrid, I remember it happens. So these things are there. We are also trying to enhance our entirely generated revenue to be able to cater for the developmental needs of our people. So it is not to embarrass any agency, any embassy or commission. No. Probably to draw the attention that this has not been complied with. So certainly we would like to work with you to see where it will benefit of mutual benefit.
Well, I can commit to you now that any rent that we owe, we'll pay any rent there. We're
we'll be
committed
happy.
to that. It's very important.
Okay.
You should know also one of the things we'd also like to have a conversation with is about
Yeah.
where we are in the future in terms of physical building
Yes.
and and having some land.
Yeah, no, we'll do that. We owe that to you. If we want agencies, embassy who want to be here with Nigeria,
We want to commit to Nigeria.
it is our duty to allocate land to them so they were able to settle down. So that's be assured that once we have that, be assured that we're going to implement it immediately.
Fantastic.
Yes, I know that. I just read one of Morocco. The problems they had is one of the things why we're focused. Some of them are into problems of the land, the grabbers will go. And we're doing all that to stop this. It is not easy. And it's not going to be so many people who will resist it, but we have the capacity and the will to do what is right. And that is the essence of the renewed hope agenda, Mr. President. Because so many people have lost hope, so many people that nothing will work, but we believe that things will work and it's working out. So that's the essence of the renewed hope agenda, Mr. President.
So if I can also tell you one other project we have, which is the iFair project. It's a project we've been running in Abuja, out of Abuja. It's a project where we've just launched now, and we're gonna be finishing in December, where we have a 6-month program where we take young Nigerian entrepreneurs and innovators
Okay.
from across the country, and we bring them to Abuja, deliberately to Abuja, because we say this is the capital, to help train them and give them mentorship from Israel and from local Nigerians to help build them, to build their company, to create jobs, to create work, to create dynamics. And then afterwards, we give them the opportunity for funding and financing to then grow and to build on that. And we have that project that runs out of Abuja. And I'd very much like to invite you to come visit the project with me one day, to find a day that's mutually works for us to see it, to visit, and to understand how we can. I'd like to expand that into a high-tech village, in this area, to use Israeli expertise to say, okay, let's create those jobs. And there's other areas as well about income that I want to talk to you, which I think we've got some ideas to increase income. But in all of those areas, we'd very much like to work with you.
Thank you very much.
And I have one little gift, which is, I know sounds a strange gift, but this is a very peculiar gift, but it's yet not peculiar, which is, okay, you'll see. So we're celebrating our 75th year this year, and actually what I've got for you is, here we go. This is a little bit different, just based on what we've said. You're going to see that you're going to be surprised with, which is vegetables, which I know sounds strange, but why are these vegetables very special? All of these vegetables are grown from Israeli seedlings, using Israeli technology such as water and greenhouses and that, but here in the FCT using Nigerian workers. So all of these are grown here in Nigeria, in the FCT, using Nigerian workers, but using Israeli technology. And I think we can expand this into a massive area. As you said, agriculture is important. So that's whoops. Here we go. There you are. So the opportunity here for you to be able to do some work with this. Thank you. Two. You know, there's the book. Yeah, we'll leave them there. But again, it's for you to be able to have plenty of vegetables.
Unfortunately, we have not got to the level of this agriculture. So that's why we're going to partner with them. We have land. On behalf of the FCT.
Wow.
So this is what we can put in their office or
Absolutely.
to the river.